if you haven't already, have these mods on your Ram 1500. You might be wasting your time. You gotta have these mods. I'm about to share with you guys that right now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy Saturday, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys, these are the mods that you need to make power. If you don't have them already, you should definitely look into getting them for your Ram 1500, because there's a lot of mods out there you could do when it comes to these Rams to try to make power. Some of them is not really worth you doing. It's a waste of money, but I'm about to share with you guys the ones that I think that you definitely got to start off with and you got to have for your truck. But if you guys are here for your first time, welcome back to another video, and we're going to be talking about modifications for your Ram 1500. You guys got a 4th generation, 5th generation. Mainly, I myself got a 4th generation Ram, and I am planning on modifying this truck. I have some stuff done, but I don't have everything done yet. But for the guys who don't have anything, you driving your truck pretty much stock, or just bought your truck brand new, and you don't know where to start from to modify your truck. Well, these are the mods I would say that definitely is worth doing. I touch up on this topic a lot because, like I said, some people, believe it or not, there's some people who might think, because there's a lot of stuff on the internet, I always try to steer you wrong to when you come to modifying your truck or car at the end of the day. Some people might tell you to do this mod if you're trying to gain this amount of power, or do this. And then sometimes you do mods. Like, for example, I remember when they came out with the pedal commander, and that was a mod that I myself, at that time, obviously I didn't have a Ram 1500, but at that time, it was like years ago. And I remember a lot of people made it seem like the pedal commander actually is something that is like a huge difference when you modify your car or truck, get one of those, put them on there. It's gonna make like a huge difference and stuff. But in reality, the pedal commander is one of the mods that's just like pointless to me. Some people out there think that it's actually worth doing, spending $300 to do that mod. But me personally, I think that it's not worth it. You're trying to make power with the goal for me personally, when I'm modifying my car at the end of the day, or car or truck, is to make power. It's not to just get a mod because somebody is telling me or say it's gonna do this and that. The main purpose of me modifying my vehicle is to make it faster. But now look, right, for a Ram 1500, these are like the must do mods. Like, you gotta have these mods. Like, if you are planning on making power, it's guaranteed gonna help make power for you. Like, it's definitely gonna help your truck make that power that you wanna have. But you don't have to start off with trying to get like the most expensive stuff, because in this case it's not really like that, honestly, because you can still make a decent amount of power still with your truck and pretty much be able to have like simple bolt-on mods and stuff. So the first mod I always recommend, I tell people this, is to always try to upgrade from your 5.7 intake to your stock, to the 6.4 truck intake manifold, because those is proven 100 times. I'm not even gonna say it's proven, but I'll say one thing though. A lot of fast, this is all you need to know, a lot of fast Ram 1500s have, or fast Ram have these, like they either gonna have a 6.4 truck intake manifold, or you're probably gonna have some kind of higher up supercharger or something like that. Now, obviously superchargers and stuff like that is a different ballgame because it's a lot more expensive, but a 6.4 truck intake manifold is only gonna cost you somewhere around like $1,200. In reality, it's really $800, but $800, $900. But you got to get it, like, to get it ported and all that stuff, we just recommend it. Honestly, I think it's recommended if you get it ported. And that's going to run you around somewhere like $1,100. And that will be like my first go-to mod. I always tell people every time, you don't have to start off in order, I'm telling you guys, but if you don't have an idea of what to do with your truck to make it fast, these are the things that you could do. So once you do a 6.4 truck intake manifold, now you could do headers, exhaust work. Honestly, start from long tube headers. I think now when you're doing these, it does require you to get like a custom tune, like with these trucks. When you add the long tube headers, you have to have like a custom tune done, just so everything could function right. So I always say this: find your best local or online tuner that you know of. Most people that I know, like I'm doing my research, I myself plan on getting my truck tuned. Most people that I know, or on the internet, most fast Ram guys on the internet, they only go to like 2 places I know that I mentioned before. He's on Facebook also, Jay Greeny or I think Hemi Fever also is another one too. Those are the 2 that I know personally. I don't know anybody else, but those are the ones that I hear constantly and stuff like that. And obviously when it's time, I'm gonna be going to one of them to get a custom tune for my Ram. But headers, a free flow exhaust, pretty much the 6.4 truck intake manifold. Another thing too that will help your truck too, big time, make your truck rowdy as hell. Once you do all of these mods, is to do the True Track Detroit. I think it's called Detroit True Track setup. Pretty much, I think that's around like somewhere. This also depends too if you got a single cab or quad cab or crew cab, whatever. I know some single cab Ram, that's like the real RTs and stuff like that, they don't have to do this because they already have those gears and stuff set up on there. But it's like an upgraded gears for the Ram 1500. Good for putting out more torque and definitely doing like a crazy burnout. If you want to do a crazy burnout, definitely got to upgrade your gears. If you got one of these trucks, because sometimes it's different. You got a real RT single cab, you might not need it because you probably have the gears already. But my truck right now don't have those gears. I think it's like the 355 or I think 392s also. But these are all just simple things that you really could do if you really want to make power. I haven't, honestly, I know some people that mention like doing like a bigger size, throttle body, but that's not something that I would recommend doing unless if you really have like a super modified Ram 1500. That's when I think that a bigger size throttle body serves the actual purpose. But if you don't, I mean, like you having a stock truck trying to upgrade to like a bigger size throttle body, it's just like pretty much like a waste of time and money. But these are really like the real mods to start off with, like a 6.4 truck intake manifold, exhaust, headers, custom cam, pretty much upgraded gears. Now the cam does also depend on this too. If you're gonna go with a bigger size cam, it does require you to have like a higher stall torque converter. I can't get my words out of my mouth. Stall torque converter, I'll say, does require you, if you're going with like a real heavy cam, aggressive cam, which I always recommend. I always think that if I'm gonna cam anything at the end of the day, I most definitely think that it makes so much sense, right? I don't understand though, but some people differ. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not judging anybody. If you're gonna put a cam on any car, especially if it's a V8, you gotta go with like the big, like I personally think that going with like a bigger cam makes so much sense. Not the fact that you're gonna have a little bit more power, but also the fact that it's gonna sound super sick. super mean. Like the smaller cams too does sound good though, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys listen to one of these trucks with some real, like a stage 3 cam on there, it's definitely gonna chop like real hard. I'm telling you guys, man. Like, and that's what me personally, I'm a huge fan of the bigger size cam and stuff. So, but you guys out there, you gotta stock Ram 1500. These are all the things you can really do now. Yes, there is more stuff you can do, but I think that starting off with like you having like your truck, just bought your truck, and pretty much you don't know where to start at, don't have any kind of mods in mind that you can start with. I guarantee you all these mods, like those 5 or 4 things I just named, definitely will help you gain power. I'll tell you, it's definitely gonna help you gain power. It's not just gonna be one of them mods that you just do and don't notice anything. Like doing a cam on your truck alone gonna change the performance a whole lot. Doing a custom tune on your truck definitely gonna make a huge difference. Even headers, not just for sound purposes and stuff, but headers. I think headers, when you add headers to like these Ram 1500s, you probably gain somewhere around 10 to 15 horsepower. But it definitely make a difference, man. It definitely does make a difference. But it all comes down to you finding a right mod or doing the right modifications and stuff like that for your truck. And I always recommend that you want to do it right the first time. That way it doesn't cost you later on down the line. But it's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you guys do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel, support the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.